What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Remo, aka Mr. Rich Threads. This is Let's Talk Fashion, powered by the JBT Network. And you know the spiel, man. Hit me up on IG, Rich_Threads. Rate, comment, like, subscribe to the show. Tell a friend to tell a friend, all of that other good stuff. But let me get to my peoples, man. The people that have been here in and out week by week. It's just fun. Literally the detailed comments in the comment section is really dope because y'all taking y'all time out to really go back and forth because we say there is no right, there is no wrong. This barbershop conversation when it comes to sports, music, the culture, fashion, all this shit is intertwined in one. But I just want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart, and I really appreciate it, man. I ain't get nobody tag me on IG to tell me rate they fit on fashion or clashing, but I actually had this week off. Signed, sealed, delivered, sent it to AR, got to HR, got the approval and all that. But Karen and her janky ass, something going on with her. I'm starting to think me and her got beef or something. Because like, you know what I'm saying? She ain't be keeping her word. But we're gonna talk about that a whole nother time. But I was real passionate to get into the studio today to really talk about, a couple topics being that I just, hopped off the plane coming from another vacation or whatever. But you know, a lot been going on in the news. We got Carmelo got inducted into the Hall of Fame, or first ballot. He'll be being enshrined coming up soon. We got, unfortunately, Kanye West wilding again. We do have Juju Watkins, unfortunately, tear her ACL, and we're gonna talk about changes that might have to take place when it comes to the WNBA and female sports and the way they handling those contracts. And Edwards in the news again for all the right or the wrong reasons, depending on what side of the fence you on. But we got a lot to get into, and let's just start at the topic that really excited me to get me into the studio today, and that's my man Carmelo Anthony, man. You know, 2003 draft pick. You had the LeBrons, Melo, Wade, Bosh was up in there. A couple other notable names that actually was in the '03 draft, but the fact that Melo kind of did it his way, for the good, for the bad, or the ugly, but he kind of had the respect of the hood. I know he came in a few times, the wrong way. He got the charge with the and then the Warner Brothers. David Stern was on his ass, but to see what he involved into as a man, philanthropy, um, just being a man of the community and embracing New York the way he embraced New York. Because he did get drafted to Denver and he got them out the basement where they were a team in the hole. His first year in the NBA, he actually ended up getting them into the playoffs. In my opinion, it's not even a hot take at this point. We believe that Melo got robbed of the rookie of the year. Nah, because he got his team to the playoffs. He led all rookies in the amount of rookie the month accolades. The numbers was a little bit better than Bronze shooting percentage wise, but politics is what it is. But we see LeBron went on to have a beautiful career and actually be the face of the NBA for a long, long time, and considerably to some still the face of the NBA. But the fact that Melo didn't get a chance to get a championship, but he still ended up with great personal accolades. 3-time gold medalist, 4 times he actually went to the Olympics. 6-time All NBA, 10-time All Star, scoring championship. Some of one of the greatest clutch genes that we've seen in the NBA when it comes to last second shots. I believe he's had the most since like 2002 or 2000 or some shit like that. It's dope to see that somebody we idolize and get his just his flowers out of this, and to see his son now, deemed as one of the kings of New York, if not the king of New York, be snubbed out of the McDonald's All American game. That's just adding fuel to the Anthony family, and to see his pops inducted into the Hall of Fame now. That's probably what they needed to get that, the fire in the belly. That's what they say. But it's just a a celebratory moment for Carmelo Anthony getting to the promised land. Because they say, oh, what has he done? He didn't win a championship. What has he really done with his time in the NBA? But that's not everybody's storyline. For us, Allen Iverson was one of those guys we just championed because he was so, embraced by the culture. He exonerated what the culture was and brought it to the NBA where they changed a lot of the rules. Melo as well, a kid with cornrows and tattoos all over the place. But to go from that, that Baltimore accent, we all know how that shit sound. You two do all that other crazy shit. To go from that to, being so well spoken, him having a podcast now and actually being nominated for a Webby. I didn't see even Melo being a personality outside of basketball after it was all said and done because he was kind of, you know, personal. He didn't really give too many stories and he didn't give too much of himself as far as, blow ups. We got athletes that, you say something about them in the media, they tend to go off. That really wasn't Melo's vibe. And, I'm glad he stuck to who he was. And at the end of the day, it all worked out for him. I don't know if he's gonna get that retirement number in Denver because Joke over there wilding with that number right now. But I don't see a scenario where the New York Knicks don't do him that one just to. He has out of the 10 All Stars, he has 10. He has 7 in New York City. He still owns the game high in the Garden history right now, with I believe is 62 points. So come on, let's do the right thing. Ain't that much going on great in New York City. And for those that don't know, if there is one Captain Clutch, it's Carmelo. I get it, Brunson doing his thing, but got a long way to go, y'all. Now, a decent feel good story when it comes to the NBA and where they're heading in the direction that they're heading is they're getting the merch to look a little bit more like to our liking, our culture, and what they've been doing. And Don C has been doing a lovely job over there by pairing up with a lot of those brands over there, Mitchell and Ness, the Jersey Wave. He done had the hats, 300, 400, $500 hats with leather python, and that's bringing that Detroit player style of actual snakeskins on a hat, and then him not receiving, which was kind of interesting, him not receiving any cease and desist during that time, and actually getting a partnership where he was able to use these logos from these teams and really like embed himself in the culture of sports and high end was really fly, man. And the fact that he's still going, I really appreciate what they got going on, the partnership between the NBA and Don C. I know he just did a special capsule with the Chicago Bulls where he's from, kind of bringing his urban spin onto that. And it's cool to see that he's still, in the culture, embedded in the culture because it's so much going on around the house that what I mean he came up under with what I mean Mr. West, but to continue flourishing between the time of what was going on, which is a crazy time back then, now still finding his way without having to lean and ask for too much help from other parties, and then having these big brands enjoying your partnership is kudos to him, man. His longevity in the game is dope. We also did see him with a couple Jordan releases, the Jordan 2s with the great leather. I'm eager to see what more they give him to do, man. And if we could see another pairing, maybe on some streetwear type of thing. I only got the T merch, but I would like to see Don C, since he already was in like the Michelin S wave, bring back some of those '90s tracksuits. That Martin and Will Smith and them kind of made fly when it came to like Jordan pairing and wearing your favorite on court sneakers outside. So, I would like to that athleisure feel from a dog scene and see what that would look like, man. So for those that's listening, come on, try to make that happen, y'all. Now, Unfortunately, man, we were really anticipating to look and see what was gonna be going on with Juju Watkins over there. But unfortunately, she didn't get a chance to really, you know what I mean, get busy in the tournament because she ended up tearing her man. See now, the bigger thing and the bigger question about this situation with her tearing her Achilles is, you know, in the WNBA, they let you play your 4 years of college in order to be eligible for the league. But the thing is now it's going to be a conversation at hand where is it time to kind of lift that rule because there is no rush for Juju to really leave college because she's getting paid more in NIL deals right now, currently, than she'll be getting paid in the WNBA, which is kind of crazy and pathetic. But it's like there is no incentive to leave early, even on injury. I don't think that her name dips any way down off of the injury. I think people want to line up for her first game back. And if she decides not to play another collegiate game and just enters herself into the WNBA draft, guess what? That first game, wherever she ends up getting drafted, will sell out. It's the Caitlyn, whatever her name is, effect times 10. Because this chick is must see TV. She got that stoic Kobe look. She got the Melo mid range game. She got handles. She got a jumper. She got a little bit of everything. And wherever she ends up is going to be a hotbed for the media. But the only thing is, can the WNBA try to work that finance in between the two where this all actually makes sense? These girls got to get paid. And there's this other league. I forgot what it's called, but it's a 3-on-3 females league. And that's a player in the game right there as well, where they could be paying a little bit more between, you know, the off season and what's the incentives of really running back and going to the WNBA between, except for like historical numbers. But in the same vein, it's like you gotta provide for a family somehow. And if the finances ain't there, is basketball the first choice? Or is basketball in the US the first choice? Because we didn't seen a lot of these girls go over there overseas and pick up a couple checks during the off season. But we didn't see some of that not end up too well. Brittany Griner, she ain't never been the same since she's been back. They locked her ass up over there over some goddamn weed in Germany. Sat her down, the president had to come save her ass. You wouldn't have to do all of that if the finances was decent enough for her to continue doing what she wants to do in the United States as a professional athlete. So I think that needs to be revived. And when we talk about finances, it gets a little bit murky, gets a little bit hairy when it comes to the conversation with Ant Edwards. We know, Ant-Man is propelled to be, the next face of the WNBA. Whether he wants it or not is a whole different conversation. Because he kind of stating that, he doesn't really have interest in being the face of the NBA. But the problem is he out here making babies like it is. So apparently, all right, he had a little situation where he had got a female pregnant. She's older than him. They had a situation. She was, I guess, side piece, or they had a night out on the town, and ended up that she got pregnant. But the problem with him getting her pregnant, is that he lives in Atlanta. So according to Atlanta's ruling, a certain percentage can't be increased when you have over a certain amount of kids. Like the set rate is a set rate, and if you live and you reside in that state, you can not go someplace else and try to force the payment differentiates between where you live. So this female decided that she was gonna go to LA and had this baby in LA to kind of cash in a lottery ticket. But the judge voted like, nah, this is a baby that was, born in Georgia. We can't have this. So the percentage dropped down to extreme amount. And I guess Ann Edwards decided like, oh, you know what? I want nothing to really do with this situation. For the good, for the bad, or ugly. I'm not here to judge, the ruling between what they want to do as parents and how he wants to handle things. But he decided, I'm gonna get the bread up front. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm more willing to pay up front. So he paid, I think, over $1 million as a one time lump sum payment. It sounds crazy, but at the same time, it's a little bit fly. And this is why I say this. Don't kill me. Or y'all can kill me in the comments. I don't care. The thing is, it's like, yo, I'm telling you I don't want something. You hear I don't want something. It happens, right? Before it goes too far, like, you know what? If you want to go down this route, it's your body. Cool. But you can't expect me to be a part of something that I told you off the rip I didn't want to be a part of. All right, cool. So now finances is provided. I give you the finances. You know what I mean? We settle or whatever the court agreement is. All right, cool. But now the onus is on that female to do the right thing with that payment. It's not to go get your nails done, to go get your wigs. It's not for a Maybach truck. It ain't for a Lamborghini Urus. This payment is given in lump sum for this child to be raised and to be financed. Now he's kind of putting it in her ball court, like, I hope you do the right thing with this, because if this thing doesn't go right, this is what you wanted. You wanted the support. You didn't want the relationship between you and the father. You chose the support first. So who's right and who's wrong in the situation? I don't know. But we'll take a close look at this and see, you know what I mean, how this shit turns out, man. Before we move on, man, we do have a pair of kicks on can, man. This is the Aqua 8s. These sneakers are about 10 years old and got worn about 10 times. So definitely shout out. I heard they're supposed to come back out. These are 2015 editions. I heard they're supposed to be slated to come out, I believe, this summer sometimes. It's just that I told you I have shit in my closet that I just don't happen to get to for whatever reason, because I do, you know what I mean, do what I do on a daily basis. But it's like, if you can't pull out heat, it means you don't really have that much. So these are just one of the, like, basically just sitting around on ice, man. I'm just happy they're not falling apart on me. The glitter's still, vibrant on these joints. So definitely shout out to me for having some good feats, man. It's a topic we gotta talk about. It's very imperative to take our time with this one, because I really don't know where the hell it's going or where it might end up. And this is the whole scenario with, Mr. West, man. Man. So Kanye's just been on, let's just say on one, man. He's just been going crazy on the internet, spewing a whole bunch of just hate. Not even hate towards a particular group anymore. He's been targeting people where he's calling out Virgil for this, and he sat down with academics recently. And he just said a lot of crazy shit. So some of the statements just so appalling, and if we were in a different setting, a different scenario, I don't see it being safe for him to just be outside. And don't tell me this is a rollout for a project and this is the right way. Kanye does this every time. It's not right. And what's crazier is that you got a man like, let's say, Jim Jones, right? Jim Jones went to war with Cameron recently. Well, a war of words. Kind of, defending himself and how people view him, et cetera, et cetera. And then you kind of see him lingering around Kanye. They were talking about doing some business and all of that. Kanye turns around, shits on Jim Jones. So it's like, yo, you turn your back on your friend for over 20 something years, 30 years it might be now, to go, sit next to a weirdo, and then he gives you weirdo energy.
The money was a bit behind my back. I didn't really know about it. People be doing shit behind my back. My issue with Jim was we working on clothes. And I said, look, send me a PDF. For anybody who doesn't know, it's like a group of pictures in a folder that you send to the iPhone. You could do like 300 pictures, 10 pictures on it, 10 pages. I said, send me a PDF of all the ideas, all the young niggas you know in New York. Let me see all of this shit right now. Let the king see everything that's happening, right? This man tells me, I don't know how to make a PDF. That was way more disrespectful to me than a nigga figuring out how to get the $2 million. Do you understand why? Because this shit to my face, nigga. You gonna lie to me about a fucking PDF, you faggot ass nigga? After I sat and took the meeting for you, you took the money and I ain't even asked your broke ass for a percentage?
So it's like, that's what happens when you turn coat. There was no reason for Jimmy to be over there. And there's no reason for anybody to really be standing next to Kanye the way Kanye speaks. I have zero interest to hear the music at this point in time. I don't care how good it might be or might not be. I just think right now he needs to repair himself and people need to stop standing next to him. Because the quickest way to find out a lonely ass billionaire is not to stand next to somebody who behaves and operates in this manner. The man's walking around in a KKK black outfit. What is that? He's always trying to send a message through, I don't know if it's the music. I don't know what it is, but I just think, he's going through some times that, are really, really dark. And if somebody doesn't grab him by the collar and walk him to the light, it might be too late for him, man. Or if the streets get to him first. Because he talking about people, children, he talking about the dead, he called Jimmy a pussy ass nigga. What more you want me to say, man? Is it the music first and then personality second? How does this work and how do we view this and how is this okay? Me personally, I say you put him on the bench for a while, man. I don't care about what sneakers you got coming out. I don't care about none of that shit. Get yourself together and tighten up, man. But let's pay a few bills real quick and we'll be right back.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
With that all being said, we have officially reached our favorite part of the show. It's Fashion or Clashing. Now, when we say fashion, I really like that shit. That's a good look right there. And it's fashion. When we say, nah, I'm not putting that on, man. Get that shit the fuck out of here. Then it's clashing. Let's go to today's first look. Let's see what we got. When we look at the denim on denim look, which is it's always been a look. I just think that, it's a tasteful look once it's done right. And this one is a little bit baggier, but the starter show and the starter outfit here is the pearls. Stacking accessories to make it look like more is always going to be a thing that I'm in fully support of. And this is fashion for me because it exuberance what fashion is. It's taking an outfit and doing a little bit more with it to make it fashion. So once again, it's fashion in my book. Let's go to the next look. See what else we got. What's kind of crazy is this girl right here, she's from London. She kind of brought back the Avizu look on her own. Like I've been seeing her do it for some time. The wearing it backwards thing is a thing. But once again, fashion is subjective. But her re-sparking up a trend that was already hot and died and then bringing it into today's modern look and it not looking old is a flex for me per se. So I'm definitely going to say this is fashion in my book. And I know some people, she is part of the rainbow community. So, I'm saying, let's not say like, she's not feminine looking. This is what she does. This is how she's gonna dress, how she wants to dress. And I like it. I enjoy it because I think it's fresh, fly, and you know what I mean? Dope to look at. So it's fashion. Let's go to the next look. What else we got?
Outfit of the day, so with a quick 360. You already know I got that shit on today. So let's get straight to the video. I got this setup on, and it's from G-Star and Van Den, nope. Mark, hold on. It's by Walter Van Bedendonk. So if I'm pronouncing the name, I'm very sorry. I'm not a professional at pronouncing names, but this is the setup. It looks clean, right? That's literally all I got for the video though, because I'm wearing the setup and I got Mischief boots. But I got a special guest, okay? Give me 5 seconds. I'm gonna bring the guy from inside. I was trying to get bro, but he's not here anymore. Basically, simply said, I got your whole rent on my outfit. That's all that got to be said. I'm sorry. Boom. Feeling good, looking good. Hope you like my fit. I know you do. Peace out.
Damn. I kind of want to like this, but I'm going to say clashing because the crop on the jacket is crazy. I know he's a slimmer guy, but the crop is kind of, you know what I mean, schmeedy. We know raw denim, especially from Japan, is kind of stiff. It doesn't really move too well. So, you know, it's good quality denim. But the fact that he got a crop, you know what I mean, jacket as a small guy, that means that's a really, really small jacket. It might have missed his belly button. 1. And then 2, them fucking boots, man. I hate Mischief boots, man. He got Timberland sole all over the damn place. I'm good. I'm going to pass on this one. This is definitely clashing. Let's go to the next look, y'all. So for this one, I actually believe that they're siblings, right? It's a cool concept to the video, but the actual effect that I got, I didn't receive a wow effect when it comes to, you know what I mean, these two. I'm gonna go clashing. Nothing about any of the outfits. The girl or the guys really wowed me and gave me that, you know, that pop feeling. So I'm good on this look. And then something with shorts and Timbs and then shorts with Carhartts. It's like, pick a season, my nigga. Which one is it? So it's gonna be clashing. Next look, y'all.
Fits in the streets, who I have a pleasure of speaking with. This is Night Sylvester. We live from the McDonald's game right now, Barclays, Brooklyn. Yes, sir. I see the look. You let them know what you're wearing? Yeah. It's good vibe, right? Listen, we'll start at the feet. Okay. Of course, brick by brick. Yes, sir. Fours. You know, gotta do that. Got a little leather pant on. Okay. We got this custom special edition brick by brick Averex. Super buttery. Custom. Okay. No stores. This ain't online. It's the debut right here, you know what I mean? Sir. I see the trickery on the wrist too, man. You know, little root beer. Okay. Great unit, you know what I mean? Hey, Nigel, man, how would you describe your style? Oh my God. I'm comfortable. Okay. Chilling. You know what I mean? I'm having a good time with it. You feel me? Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your time, brother.
See, I'm real caught up on emotions and I'm still feeling a way about this that I haven't got my shoes yet. I'm working on it. I ain't gonna lie. I just came from vacation. I'm trying to get some money together and order the bodies and, you know what I mean, really buck up what they asking for on StockX. Let's see what they asking for right now live while we on there. Let's take a look since we got a little bit of time. Cause I've been back and forth to see, you know what I mean, what they want for these, how much they want. But let's see. Right now in my size, they are $475. God damn. After taxes is $521. Nah, we're not doing that right now. We're not doing that right now. Yo, absolutely not. But back to the outfit, man. It's fashion because it's a calm outfit, you know. Having a 101 Averex leather that matches, you know, the shoes, especially those shoes that he got, which is not a traditional red, kind of like a New York brick, as they say. It's kind of a flex, especially in New York and the Averex is a thing. So I'm gonna give him that part of it, man. The sneakers, man. I can't fucking get them, but I guess it's clashing, man. I'm only giving this energy, you know, because I haven't got mine yet. But maybe that'll change soon. Anybody want to send me a pair too? You know what I'm saying? So, yo, brother, go to the next look, y'all. Let's see what we got. I personally think Supreme is kind of reaching and robbing the people at this point in time, because at some point in time, it should no longer just be about the logo and the label. I get it, Supreme is Supreme, but this is kind of whack. It's nothing Supreme about this outfit. It's just a regular trackie, especially a bad color. This color really does nothing for me either. So I'm going to pass on this in totality and say this is clashing. He did nothing for me with the outfit, and the outfit did nothing for the look. The hat looked dumb. Not for me. Get it the fuck out of here. Next look.
Sometimes I want to dress like this. Then I want to dress like this. Then like this. And on Tuesdays, like this.
For those that have been watching, I hope that you can figure out by now that I am a sucker for a female in a hat. Something about the look is very, very sexy. It's very, very telling for me. And I like all of these looks. You get the street element. You get the I'm going out for brunch type shit with the girls. I might be running to the mall, some fly girl shit, and then I'm ready to step out. But all of them got hats, and all of the looks look dope for me. I'm going to go fashion all the way around. Which one was my favorite? It might have been the fur. With the off the shoulder joint that gave, the last one was sexy too, but I think that one kind of did it for me the most. So, but in totality, it's definitely fashion, man. Next look. Imitation is supposed to be their best counter flattery, right? That's supposed to be the saying, something to that effect. At the same time, man, I'm gonna have to go clashing on this one, man, because I get it. They all in whatever country they are at, and it's supposed to be, I guess the look of of the US that they emulating, but this definitely isn't it, man. They gotta do better, and this is the effect that we have in the US on other countries, but this shit don't look good. It looks very poor, and not saying that over there looks poor because it might be poor, but it's not a good look, man. I don't think none of this shit comes together. I'm not trying to weigh any of that either, so that's definitely gonna go clashing in this one.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
And that's all I got for y'all this week, man. Listen, definitely keep tapping in with us, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll be taking a little bit of break. You know what I mean? Getting our shit back in order, refocusing on, you know what I mean, a couple different elements, but definitely be appreciating everything y'all been bringing to the table. Don't forget to rate, comment, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend and tell a friend. This is Remo, aka Mr. Rich Threads. This is Let's Talk Fashion, powered by the JBT Network. And until the next one, y'all, I'm out of here. Peace.
How do you end up in the Hall of Fame? Well, you have to want to be there. You have to know where you want to land. So you plot your course and you get to work. Build a reputation through repetition. So when you get your shot, it's automatic. And when you arrive, they're chanting your name from the first day they meet you.
And there's the first bucket in his career.
To get to the Hall of Fame, you have to make everything you do famous. A sweatshirt in the gym, famous. A celebration, famous. Just taking one step, famous. A global event that's existed for thousands of years, you make it so famous, it becomes your name. You want the ball in your hands at the world's most famous arena.
In the hands of Anthony. Anthony for three.
And famously, you make it happen. You do all that, you make the Hall of Fame. And the game will never forget your name. Just like you drew it up.